Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Welcome to the Marriage Corner Show. It's long since we posted. We keep on saying this, but I hope there is a day that will come that we will be regular posters. And thank you so much for your support all this time. You've always consumed our content. Thank you for liking our videos. Thank you for leaving your beautiful comments. And thank you for them that go all the way to call or DM and tell us of the areas maybe that we need improvement in all. Super grateful for that. If this is your first time to watch this video, karibu sana, and please kindly subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you're notified every time that we put up a video. Marriage Corner Show is all about love, is all about relationships, faith, hope, revelations, yes, testimonies, yes, all that. And today I'm here with a story. Yes, it's Marriage Corner, yes, but even sometimes when you're making like food or a meal and it's not ready, you can be sipping on juice. Or remember those times when we were growing up and the meal wasn't ready and we'll be given something to bite on as we wait for the meal to be ready. So as you wait for this meal of ours to be ready, let me tell you this story. How I came to the city. This is how I came to the city. Caroline Kanana Morevi came to the city having sold a sheep. When I cleared campus, my dad wanted me, just like every other parent, wanted me to be home until I get a job. I know maybe he feared that I would go to the city and struggle looking for a job and maybe, fall for these lies out here in the name of wanting to sustain myself. So he decided to come to the city and talk to his relatives to get me a job. But somehow I knew this is not how it works. Like these relatives didn't have a job like in their house, in their pocket, that they were waiting for me to clear campus and hand it over to me. And somehow life had to go on. So what did I do? I waited for him to come to Nairobi. And then we were talking with my grandmother. I'm named after her. May she continue resting in perfect peace. I really took after her so much. So yes, she tells me, you can't stay here in the village. You must find a way of going to the city. I agree with you. So how was I to get money to come to the city? And I could not tell my mom to give me money to come to the city because I know my mom should have talked me out of going, tell me to wait for my dad to come so that we talk about it. But I also knew very well that my dad most probably will not agree for me to come to Nairobi if I didn't have a job, and because he didn't have enough money to pay for my upkeep. So, and I didn't want us to live on, a bad note because I knew I had to go to the city. I had to and go and, fend for myself. So my grandmother told me that there's a lady that wanted to buy a sheep from my dad, and my dad refused to sell that sheep to her because my dad has this thing, atalea mifugo, and just to look at his livestock. I don't know, he will not sell them, he just wants to look at them and feel nice about it. Maybe it's therapeutic for him. So my grandmother told me this lady wanted to buy my father's sheep, a particular one. There's one that looked some kind of way, and my dad refused. So she told me she works at this place. She was working for another primary school, no secondary, around home, my home area. So I went, talked to her. She told me she already got something, but there's a colleague of hers that wants a sheep. So she introduced me to the colleague and we closed the deal. I sold the sheep at 1,500. That was enough money to get me to Nairobi and maybe buy me a few things that I needed, maybe for my personal effect. So the following day, my baby brother, who's now in paradise, took the ship to the now the new owner. And me, I just went and got the money. I packed my bag and I passed by the school where my mom was teaching. And I said I needed to see my mom. And my mom came and I told her, Mom, I'm leaving for Nairobi and God will take care of me. Don't worry about me. Don't think so hard where I got the money. Just know that I got the money and I am going. Tell God I went. And yeah, I left for this city, started life. There's so many stories about the city. But that was the story of how I came to Nairobi. I sold sheep. More of the story and sell sheep. Anyway, you got to do what you have to do. As long as you're not selling any human souls. Yeah, look for a way out because the story in the city unfolded well for me, and I thank God I left.